All right, what's up, guys? Today I'm here with Dave Bachinsky, pro skateboarder, woodworker. I'm a crypto pioneer now, AI pioneer, I think. How you doing today?
Good, getting the morning going.
Yeah,
Psyched.
Yeah.
Check out a new park.
Yeah, we're here at the Anaheim Center Green Skate Park. Brand new park, guys. Super nice, too. Right here in Anaheim. Bright and early, 9 o'clock.
Yeah, early rise.
Just got my coffee in me, so I'm psyched. But yeah, I wanted to just like talk a little bit about kind of like first your beginnings and how you got started with skating and like where you're from, you know, like where you kind of grew up in and like where we are now and stuff like that and why you moved out to LA and all that.
Yeah, I'm originally from, well, born in St. Louis, and my mom ended up going back to Lowell, Massachusetts, where she grew up. And my uncles actually got me into skating around early 90s. They had a mini ramp in the backyard, and I just followed their footsteps. They like got me a Santa Cruz skateboard, grabbed a jigsaw, and like cut it down smaller. Yeah. And that's like where I started to skate. It was early 90s. Sick. And then kind of took over my life, and for like a period of time, I guess they ended up like moving out. So I was kind of just like a little young kid just trying to figure it out, doing like every sport across the board. Yeah. And early 2000s, they opened up 4 skate parks in Lowell, Massachusetts, and that's like where I met Manny, Santiago, all the good friends, and we just started skating and just like exploring the city and filming, and that turned into like Tech 3K, Tech 5C. Like we started like making like local videos, like people will maybe know like Nor'easter Thanks Camera. It was like early VHS days, and we're just exploring everywhere, just skating, you know, all night. Those summers, like we'd skate till McDonald's opened up, and we're all just like cooked, eating breakfast together. So those were rad times. And I think that was, around 16 years old, 18 years old. And we just started having those winters where we were like, where can we go? And Florida was the spot. My uncles ended up going down there, and we just followed their footsteps, and we met like Brad Cromer, Joey Regali. Zion was like yay big, like 12 years old. And we just started, getting out of Massachusetts and getting down south and skating. And then it transitioned to getting sponsors. And I got under Street Corner, which was like Hubba Wheels, City Skateboards, and started just getting out to San Francisco and staying out there.
Gotcha. So San Francisco was kind of your first spot in California you went to.
Yeah.
What was that like, the transition and all that? Like the whole industry is kind of out here, yeah.
SF is the best fucking place out. Like you go there and you go to the top of like Dolores or like any of the peaks, and you could just see that whole city, and it's so small. Yeah. So you could just hit so many spots in like one day. Yeah. But living out in like ended up moving into Thrasher, the dojo, living in the warehouse for like 2 years straight, winter-wise, and had all the friends come out, and just like seasonally, you gotta escape the winter if you love skateboarding, you know, or have a craft. Right. At that time, I wasn't woodworking, and now I'm out in California where I can do this every day.
Gotcha. So you kind of started woodworking when you were younger, yeah, and you brought it to skateboarding later on.
I actually, so grandfather. What's crazy is, as I got older, I learned the history that my family actually were the bricklayers for the buildings that we skated. So like the Auditorium 14, it was actually like my great uncle that like built the building and whatnot. So it's crazy to see that side. Yeah. But as someone that learned how to like just woodwork, it was like making gifts for friends when I was back in Los Angeles. Yeah. And that was probably like, I don't know, 8 years ago now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So that evolved kind of into the whole Shape 3 thing, right? Like how did that come about?
I ended up moving to Los Angeles, I think it was like 2012. And I was just away for, I was so far away from home that I wanted to like make little gifts for my friends. So I just like cut up boards. Yeah. And I was like, what if I take all my photos that I've been shooting and making these picture frames? Yeah. And I don't know, it just kind of transcended from there, where I was like, oh, maybe I can make skewers, or like just start recreating these old items with like new properties of like skateboards and like these things that we were doing, put them into like, kind of like a new element. Yeah. But that was kind of, many years of having a backyard shop and having fun with just like creating.
Trial and error, just putting things together, see what works out.
Heck yeah.
That's cool. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I got one of your picture frames a long time ago. I still have it somewhere. It's pretty cool, man. I was so hyped because it was a special board. I forget exactly what it was, but I was so hyped on it. And then there was a picture in there of you doing I think it was like some kind of a trick on an old, like a DIY spot. It was like some sort of a bank with concrete on it. That shit was tight.
Right on, dude. Thank you for picking one up.
Yeah,
like
sure.
that, literally, I love,
it.
just off the board staying creative. So yeah, like
I also am so hyped when skateboarders get into anything with e-commerce, with their own businesses and stuff. I think it's just so cool. Like entrepreneurship is such an amazing thing,
Yeah.
So I saw that and I was like, man.
Just being digitally connected. Like there's so many like rad skaters or just people doing stuff that like I get in these niches where I'm like, oh, I gotta grab something from over here and do this. Like it's sick to see everyone coming together.
And you're doing some other really cool stuff. You were doing loop videos with NFTs and all that for a while there, and I think you're still doing that. What was the name of that project again?
It's called, it's one pool at a time.
One pool at a time, that's right. Yeah.
The pools, the idea is like shooting them from like a visual from like an aerial view, but shooting them like just 90 degrees down. So you kind of just have like this shadow play and this movement that's kind of like unique to the eye, but I'm editing them to like loop forever.
Right.
So the collection's kind of, it's called Roll Forever because it's edited to loop forever. Yeah. But yeah, that kind of transitioned from basically like 2018. I had my wood shop up in Burbank, and I was doing a ton of stuff, but COVID hit, and we were like, you know what, let's go back. We were spending so much money on like a 2-bedroom apartment. Right. And it was just my wife and I. Yeah. And I was like, why pay $2,300 when we could get something for like $1,800? And during that time frame, COVID hit. Like, let's go home for a year. Yeah. So I shut down the shop, and now we ended up moving into an apartment. So all my woodworking stuff is just in a shop. So that's where I ended up finding out about like crypto and having, these art pieces in kind of this new, I guess, this kind of digital ownership, new side of things, where I'm the art side of making these bowls kind of loop forever came into what I'm doing now.
It kind of like enhances the whole experience of art. I think this the blockchain, or just like having some sort of a token related to that particular piece. And then also I think you were mentioning something about NFC, where people would be at art gallery and then they kind of like tap the board and they'd see like a visual of what happened with that board or something like that.
Yeah, right? Exactly. That's my whole thing right now. It's just kind of like telling a story and digitally connecting these pieces that people can participate, or they can buy at like a lower entry level, and like just kind of building from like the roots of like something within skating, but connecting to a physical sense. So like all my boards, I'm putting like NFC chips and documenting them like a person. That is because Dwindle ended up going bust, and all my boards are blank. So I'm actually having artists recreate these boards and give them a new life, and selling those as an art piece they can sell them.
That's cool.
And kind of like when you tap it, it'll show everything done on the board.
That's amazing.
And kind of filming like a one-of-one art piece where something from my video part will be from an aerial view. So you'll get like an art piece from me, but also from an artist that painted or create something out of it.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, you just kind of keep the ball rolling with everything you do. Like, the board doesn't just get thrown away. It becomes kind of like a memorabilia piece. And so many people, I think, love your work and, just your art, like your skating in general. So I think it's going to work really well. People are going to really enjoy that.
Dude, thanks so much. Yeah, it's kind of just getting all these, like I said, like just being online and seeing all these people doing amazing stuff. I want to connect those dots and do collaborative like pieces if I can with them. Like if I get a response, I'm like, yes. Like some of the people I'm talking to, I'm like just so inspired that they want to be part of this and just do something that's, I don't know, different.
Right. Yeah. Kind of change things up. Evolve. I think that's what we're all trying to do, is evolve in our lives and the world and all that.
100%.
What kind of other projects are you working on? Like cool videos or travel stuff coming up, or anything?
I think like almost putting out these art pieces has been like a foundation for me, especially because I can connect with skaters that have paved the path for us, like Steve Cab, Eddie Alguera, making these bowls kind of loop forever. It's something that is fun because I'm out of my element. I don't fully skate that kind of stuff.
Sure.
But it's like all these different shapes, and it could be backyard pools or like the architects that built them. Like I'm all inspired by like the history of it.
Totally.
So that's kind of like been something that I'm working on. It's just trying to get those missions going.
Cool.
And I think other than that, working on the 20th video part and trying to put the pieces together. I'm like 80% done.
Wow, 20th, yeah?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. I was like,
milestone,
dude, thank you.
That's amazing.
I'm like, if I can document these boards and have them recreated and have a premiere for next year and do something that is like an art gallery / video premiere.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, for the milestone at hand, it's like,
Yes.
just have some fun
That
with
sounds
it.
perfect, yeah. Dude, send me an invite, I'll definitely come through, man. Heck yeah.
Yes, definitely.
So what are your kind of your favorite like international skate trips you've been on? Like the craziest stuff you've done?
Damn. I mean, China's always an experience.
Yeah.
It's like the best place ever.
For sure.
One that stands out, Patrick Wallen. He does this thing called visual traveling.
Yeah.
And we ended up going cross country through China on train. And they went to like Turkmenistan, Afghanistan. It was called Meet the Stands. And it was such a fun trip. Like Patrick's work of documenting and just showing behind the scenes of places that have never been skated, sickest thing out. But yeah, that trip was like, I think 18 days. Could be wrong on that, but we skated some amazing stuff, and just getting a crew together and being part of something like that, it's awesome, you know?
Amazing, amazing. Well, yeah, so located out in Bali, in Thailand with Paradise Skate Mag, I definitely would love for you to come through someday.
Yes.
Show you some cool spots, meet some awesome people. Really excited about that. So we'll keep the ball rolling, keep the relationship going here.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about it. We're going to try to get some cool clips today and just enjoy the rest of the day. Congrats on all your fucking success, bro. Love you, bro.
Dude, thank you.
And
thank you so much.
Just keep
Much
it going.
love.
Keep it going, Doc.
Psyched to be out here. Thank you for making it happen.
Yeah.
I got to get out to Bali and skate.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hell yeah.